thank Jane.
Volunteered her time, and we are, and the best part, I'm going to say it publicly, is when we talked about Jane doing this again next year, her eyes welled up and she said, I can't leave these children. So,
I'd like Rochelle, please, if you would just read a very famous poem. I want to tell you, when I lived in northern Canada, when I lived near the Arctic, people had never seen a Jewish person before, and we brought up Holocaust survivors. The airline donated money for them to come up and to talk to young people, so that, and what the Holocaust survivors said was, don't feel sorry for us, be soldiers for the future. That what happened, happened. We grieve for it all the days of our lives, but we have to be warriors, because these were Indian, these were Native Canadians. They said, we need to be you need to be warriors against hatred, against racism, against bullying, and you've taken that mantle so beautifully, taken it on. I'd like Rochelle, if she would read a very, very famous poem, which was written by a German pastor.
His name was Martin Lee Miller. He lived from 1892 to 1984. First, they came for the socialists, and I didn't speak out because I wasn't a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I didn't speak out because I wasn't a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I didn't speak out because I wasn't a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me.
I'd like to play you a song that I wrote a few years ago, and it tells the story of a number of people that I've met in my life who had parents or grandparents. Could you sit with John for a second? I have a feeling he's going to stand up. A number of people who have lost parents or grandparents in the Holocaust. And it ends with a story of a friend of mine. When we were in Israel, we went to visit Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Museum, the Holocaust Memorial. And when he was there, for the first time ever, he stood in a room with 6 million reflections. And for the first time, he said the mourner's Kaddish, Yid Gadal v'Yid Kadash, for his grandparents. So the name of the song is Yid Gadal v'Yid Kadash. And maybe just, there's a little bit of a chorus that hopefully you will learn by the end. One world away from the ease of today, he watched as his parents were carted away. His father said run, he was but 5 years old, and he lived in the forest with the dampness and the cold. And the memories of those whose lifetimes all told fade like footprints in the dust. But we who survive keep their spirits alive. Yid Kadal, the Yid Kadash. A jeweler by trade, he was lined up one day, perhaps too confident, perhaps too brave. And they took his right eye as he made his stand, but he lived to craft the ring that I wear on my right hand. And the memories of those whose lifetimes all told fade like footprints in the dust. But we who survive keep their spirits alive. Yid Kadal, Yid Kadash, nai na nai na nai, nai na na nai na nai, nai lai la lai lai la lai, lai la lai, lai 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 lai, Nine, 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 nine. One crust of bread was more precious than gold. Two tattered shoes they bore shelter from the cold. And the length of a day was measured in breath, and the strength of a child to defy her own death. And the memories of those whose lifetimes all told fade like footprints in the dust. But we who survive keep their spirits alive. Yid kadal, Yid kadash. 70 years later, but the nightmare lingers on. But through the bullets and the flames, some survive. Through the children that they hid, their heartbeats still live. To pray, to teach, to sanctify. We stood by his side in a place they recall. 6 million flames light the stained, darkened hall. While the world marches forward, we answer the call, and we rise in sacred harmony. And the memories of those whose lifetimes all told fade like footprints in the dust. But we who survive keep their spirits alive. Yid kadal, Yid kadash, nine, 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 and we who survive, we keep their spirits alive. Yid kadal. So, Michael, if you would... Michael, if you would honor us, I'll take over, I'll switch from you. Michael, if you would honor us with reading the El Malay, the prayer of remembrance for the 6 million.
El Malay Rachamim Shochen B'Amonim Hamatzem Lecha Lechona Achar Kanfei Hashchina B'Ma'alot Kedoshim U'Torim Zohar Harikia Mazirim L'nishmot Kol Achenu B'nei Yisrael Shenitpechu V'Shoah Anashim Nashim V'Taf Shenechneku V'Shenisrufu V'shehergu Shemastru et nifsham al kiddush Hashem Gan Eden tehim nuchatam Hana Barach Baal Harachamim Astirem Beseter Kenafecha Leolamim V'tzror b'tzror hachayim et nishmotehem Aronai hu nachalatam v'yanuchu b'shalom al mishkavotehem v'nomar Amen.
Exalted, compassionate God, grant infinite rest in your sheltering presence among the holy and the pure, to the souls of our brothers and sisters and all others who perished in the Shoah, men, women, and children of the house of Israel who were slaughtered and suffocated and burned to ashes. May their memory be endure and inspire deeds of charity and goodness in our lives. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life, and may they rest in peace. And let us all say amen.
Call the participants and Leah and James.
We will now light 6 candles for the 6 million, and we will light an extra candle for all others who perished and who were killed. The one candle symbolizes everyone else, the mentally handicapped, the physically handicapped, gays and lesbians, all other people that perished. So we light, and gypsies, we light 7 candles. And there is no bracha for this. There should be no bracha for this.
Light.
Rest in peace. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Everybody please rise as we recite the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal
Yitgadash Shmei Rabbah Yomad Yivrach Yirutei V'yamlich Malchutei V'chayechon V'yomechon V'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala U'bizman Kariv V'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Romei Almaya Yitparach V'yishtabach V'yitpo'ar V'yitromam V'yitnasei V'yithadar V'yitalev V'yithalal Shemei Dekudesha B'richu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Da'amiran B'yalma V'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen.
Pray for peace.
Oseh Shalom B'imromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen.
Please be seated. We want to thank our young people for making the commitment to this. We want to thank our teachers, our principal, everyone else who participated.
John, thank you so much.
We want to thank John Bowser. John is at the Atria, and we have named him, when we have Minyonim there, and we're short one, we name him the honorary Jew. He makes the 10th. So we thank you so much, John. I also want to thank the parents for raising such amazing children with these values. We say at Limud, the most important thing that we can teach is how to be a mensch and how to care for other people. The rituals and the Hebrew and the holidays, very, very important. But the most important thing we can do is raise children to be part of the society, to care about other people. And as the Torah says, you honor your neighbor as yourself, and you do not stand by when the blood of someone else is shed. Jane, thank you so much for all your help in this, and thank you all. And thank you all for coming this morning and honoring those who are departed.
Just in closing, another one of my favorite quotes is from Elie Wiesel, because one of the questions that always comes up, and I don't care whether you're 9 or you're 90, is why do bad things happen? And there is no answer, but what Elie Wiesel said when asked about the Holocaust, and for the children that don't know, he was a survivor. We don't ask where was God, we ask where was man. And what you have visually shown is where man was. And what I see before me here is where man is. I'm going to talk about something which doesn't have to do with the Holocaust, but is very dear to my heart right now, and it has to do with where is man. Some of you have heard me talk about this before. Relay for Life, which is a event that happens, will be happening Saturday, June 1st at North Shore High School, is a chance to fundraise for cancer. It's, well, you don't all go all night, people sleep there, you run the track. The idea is to raise money. And the reason we're doing it, I'm talking about it today, is there's a young man who is very, very dear to my heart. I've known him since he was 5. He was a kindergartner at my school. He's about to graduate from North Shore High School as the salutatorian, has been accepted in an 8-year medical program at Hofstra. He has battled cancer literally for this whole time, and I got an email from his mother at the beginning of the week that told me his current treatment was no longer working. And she said to me, "Can you make the Shabbat a little louder?" And I wrote back and I said that Andrew is one of my heroes. He has been the wind behind my wings, as the song goes, and now it's our turn to be the wind behind Andrew's wings. So I'm handing out the letters for Relay for Life and asking you all to please, please contribute. Andrew's dream is to make it, he's done this for I think 8 years, is he wants to make it $1 million that he's raised. He's lacking $200,000, and we all want to be part of contributing to this effort. So please read his story, and it tells you how you can contribute, because we want to be the upstanders, the people that make a difference. And thank you all for coming. And again, I have to reiterate, and really to the parents for raising such incredible children. And that's from someone who spent, how many years, Michael, in education? And these children, we call them the Lamud Lights because they are. So thank you.
Thank you all. Please hold each other tight.